Beards are back in
I guess
town.
this hangout on air is live now. So, what better time to get started than when it's now? Because I don't think a lot of people watch this thing live. They just watch it later on.
Whenever they can.
Exactly, because, we're super impromptu with our schedules. But how you doing, everybody? Welcome to the Game & Talk podcast here on Nuke the Fridge Gaming, powered by NukeTheFridge.com. Fun fact, the only website in the world powered by actual atomicness, nuclear reactors, whatever
You could say Fallout-ness also.
And you know what episode this is?
No way.
I just noticed that. Damn.
Nice.
Oh my god.
I knew that all along. That was my idea.
We should have just delayed this episode until Fallout 76 came out. But
I agree.
Yeah, well, maybe we can talk a little bit about that. Game previews have been going out for it. But in case you guys don't know, I am your illustrious host for this episode and not the past how many episodes I haven't been on this podcast. And I'm Joseph Ferris, or Joey Ferris, or Jesus Ferris, as some people call me.
Jesus, yeah.
Yes, my 1% Mexicanness. I don't even know, but and joined as not as always either. Today's the episode where the missing in action people come in and just make up for lost time. Josh Brandt.
We're picking up the slack here. Yep, at Nuke the Fridge. What's up, Joey? It's been too long, my friend.
Been way too long. Like, trying to think of the last time. I think the last time you were on was it Sony predictions of 2017? Like, or what? Were you?
I think I don't even think we're to the 2010s yet, man. It was ancient stuff here. Like we were still in the PS3, Xbox 360 era. No Switch yet. I mean,
dark times. I don't know. That generation was also really good. Had a lot of good gems. Like,
yes, you had to look, but
yeah, of course. But let's get right into this madness. Talking about what's the thumbnail? It's a PlayStation 4. At least I think it is. Still, I don't know how the live.
I'm one PlayStation fan right here, so yeah, we're good.
Exactly, we're good. So tell me, Josh, what's your PlayStation name?
Minus the Brandt.
That's stupid, but at least you can change it now. I'm just kidding. It's actually really good name.
Yeah. It's actually after Minus the Bear, this awesome post-rock band that you guys should check out. But yeah.
Okay, cool. Yeah, that's really good. But now, after years of begging and pleading and sacrificial lambs, we're finally going to be getting the option to change our PlayStation names.
Pray Shuhei.
Yes, but there's, as always with Sony, there's a catch.
There's about 1 million catches.
Exactly. As always with any company, really. We can't just say one. There's not one perfect video game company. Every one of the big three has their own issues. But in this case, Sony did this weird thing. They've created such a strange architecture for their online service, which is why we haven't ever seen PlayStation usernames having the ability to be changed ever. Right. Until now, of course. And even then, with this name change, there's going to be, from what I understand, there's still going to be some problems if you do change your name. First of all, this is gonna start out as a what's it called, a PlayStation Workshop sort of deal, where
so it's going into a beta stage where pretty much only certain games will be incorporating the name change. So for some games, this won't even work, and it might screw up like saves and all that other stuff that you don't want screwed up. So you have to, I think on the PlayStation website, there's an actual list of games that it's compatible with, but you think that they'd show the games that wasn't. So that's sort of a worrying issue.
Exactly.
Right there.
Yeah. So if you're part of that PlayStation preview, oh, look, Sean Capri is here in the chat. Yay. He's here. It's been a while since.
Sean Capri's here?
Yeah, he's in the chat.
All right, man.
So cool.
What a brave man.
Yeah, you know what?
Slate.
If he's down to join this podcast, I can send him a link. Just let me know in the comments.
Just a random. Let them all join. Come on.
Exactly, because Alan's flanking on us. So, yeah, of course, you can never trust. You can never trust Alan. But yeah, this I was hitting refresh on the channel. He was waiting. He is our #1 fan in this chat right now. But yeah, there's gonna be problems with older games mostly. So that's kind of a good thing in the sense, like a lot of people don't really go back to older games to play on them. Like, oh, I want to boot up Mag on my PS3.
280 player awesomeness right there.
Yeah, super disappointed. Alan's here. He might show up. Oh, and yeah, Sean Creed played that Assassin's Creed. Love it so much. I love that game. Gave it a glowing review score of 8.8 out of 10.
Not played it. It's really play it.
Really
I need to go back to Syndicate because I haven't played Syndicate.
Not just
so many behind.
You don't need to catch up. You can just go right to. You can even go. Do you want to skip Origins? That's the question. But it's like
no, I don't want to.
The thing about these movies is you really don't need to. Even with Odyssey, you can just go in. Like, don't even worry about it. But I do recommend starting with Origins. Origins is great, and then you'll move on to Assassin's Creed Odyssey, and Odyssey will be even better by comparison. It'll make it
nice.
Better. Yeah. So back to the PSN name changes. Say you want to boot up Mag, maybe that game's going to have problems with the name changes. But that's also the question: how much older of these games are we talking? Are we talking Killzone Shadowfall? Is it that? Because yeah, not a new game, but also not an old one either. Like, is that going to be a problem? And also, how many people are even playing Killzone Shadowfall? That's the even more important question.
Right, and like it said, the PS3 really screwed up a lot of this because I guess the Xbox 360 used like numbers behind the actual names, so it made it easy to get into the system, so you could change your names. But the PS3 system just had your name, and that's it. And that's why they've had to go in and out to try to make this work. And I'm surprised they actually managed to get it to work in the first place. But I mean, it's a long time coming. That like with Xbox figuring out backwards compatibility, there is a way to do it. So I'm glad that they put the work in for anyone that wants it.
Exactly. And then you got, just Microsoft in general, they've always been pioneers when it comes to, stuff like the computers, internet, stuff like that. So yeah, they kind of got that down more than Sony ever did. So there's that.
Right.
And they both don't even get me started on Nintendo. If you're
loving that online there.
Yeah. If you're defending Switch Online, don't just make yourself look like a jackass, honestly. But
I can play Nintendo games on it though.
Yeah, that's the only good thing. You remember when I was a big Wii U apologist back in the day? Now I'm like the opposite. Now that Nintendo's super successful back in the console market like that again, I'm just like, you're gonna get all the criticism.
Oh, yeah. We need the best from the best, right?
Speaking of criticisms, the next generation is coming. It's around the corner, I would say. I don't think it'll be next year. I think it'll be 2020, which is still not even that far away. Even the older you get, the faster the years go by.
And when you have children and a family, it really goes by fast.
Exactly. I mean, would you rather it go by slowly though, if that's the case?
Sure. Yeah, just take me from this world, please.
Be careful what you wish for. You're probably going to miss the PS5. Don't do that.
No, that's true.
Yeah, but out of all the systems this next generation, Xbox is doing the best right now at getting me excited for what they have in store coming for their next generation. Because history has proven that when one of the big three lands at the bottom, technically Sony was at the bottom in last generation, but even then the PS3 was still a good system. But PS3 had a super rocky launch, $600 price tag, ego up the wazoo. That's another problem with Sony. Their ego is just so bad. But then PS4 came out, and now Sony's reaping the rewards with that after learning from the mistakes of the PS3. Same with Nintendo. Learned from the mistakes of the Wii U. Now we have this super awesome console. Xbox right now, not doing the best this generation, constantly the butt of jokes from gamers. But with Phil Spencer, good old Philly Phil up there, is doing the best to make sure that they do not wind up in that. Our Lord and Savior, Phil Spencer, saving us from Don Matrick.
Coming in on his white horse of fame. And
exactly. He's... he's fixing up Xbox. They're going to go into the next generation. I am confident they're going to start this next generation strong. I don't know if they're going to start it off really. I don't know if they're going to... Man, it's so weird because Sony says the PS5 is not coming out for another 2 or 3 years. And then Xbox is already talking about Scarlet, their next generation system.
What my question to you is, what can they do to make you excited? Like, I mean, PS4 and Xbox One are already doing so many awesome things. Like, I'm having a hard time figuring out what will really make me genuinely excited for next console generation.
I feel like right now what they're doing, they're buying all these studios and, Playground Games, a Ninja Theory, and right now this is kind of the time going in. They're report. I don't know if it's reportedly or if it's being confirmed. They're right now in the final stages of buying Obsidian Entertainment, which if they land Obsidian Entertainment, that's huge for them if they utilize them correctly. So I want them to take all these studios that they're buying, and they're also started their own Microsoft Game Studios in Santa Monica as well. I want them to make great exclusives. Xbox is great with their power. They're definitely number one when it comes to power on their systems. The problem is they don't utilize that power well, as we've seen this past year, last year as well. Their exclusive game has been subpar, to say the least.
Yeah, the X has not really stood out on its own. Like, if you want the best HDR experience, HD experience, 4K, that's where you go. But it's not like... I guess when you're saying exclusives, I'm wondering more from like a game, like better AI or like with The Witcher.
I do feel like better
CD
AI.
Project Red.
Yes.
What's their new game called? I'm drawing a blank. Cyberpunk.
Yes, Cyberpunk 2077.
Yeah, it almost seems like they have to make games more in that vein. That's just like real life. Here you are, because graphics can only get so much better,
Exactly. But when you mention AI, I think that's one of the big things that should happen in the next generation of systems. The CPU power needs to go up, and we could see more innovative AI. Because, like I was saying, playing Assassin's Creed Odyssey over here, AI in Assassin's Creed games is still beyond stupid.
It still is.
It's not beyond stupid, but it's like, dude. But this game is unique in the sense that 1 minute they're super smart and they have amazing peripheral vision. Next minute they can't. You hide in a bush and they're looking right at you like, come out. Please come out.
There's like this little tuft of red hair coming out and they still don't notice you.
Exactly.
That's one thing I loved about Shadow of the Tomb Raider is when you went into stealth, it was like natural stealth. Like you couldn't even see yourself. Exactly. I thought that was really cool.
Mm-hmm. And even if you hide in the bushes, it's like you're obviously being very well hidden. And and then later come in the enemies with the infrared goggles, and it's like, oh well, crap! No,
can't do that anymore.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, really. You thought you could get away with this, Lara Croft?
Lara.
Yes. Man, I love Shadow of the Tomb Raider. One of the, I don't want to say most underrated game of the year right now, but I feel like it's not as well appreciated, especially since it came out a week after.
Talked about enough. Yeah.
Yeah. You reviewed it. I reviewed it. We both reviewed it. So there we go.
Oh, yeah.
Just read and watch our reviews.
It was a great game. So, yeah.
Exactly. Like, I liked Rise of the Tomb Raider, but then Shadow of the Tomb Raider came in and made Rise of the Tomb Raider look bad. So, not bad, but like, man, you think...
Next level.
Exactly. Next level. But back to the Xbox conversation with their next generation stuff. I just feel like it is the exclusives I want to be excited for. It's what I don't know, really. You know what I mean? Like, I can't really predict, like what exactly... Oh, here's another example. They're bringing back Battletoads, right?
Right.
In the traditional sense. It's not going to be, we didn't see any gameplay for it, but we know it's going to have 2D hand-drawn animation. It's going to be another beat 'em up. It's not going to be like revolutionary, and it's probably going to cost like $20 or $30. But like, I really want them to take their IPs that Rare has, especially, and be like, let's make them great again. Let's make Banjo-Kazooie great again. Stuff like that.
That's a slogan I can get behind. Like you said, though, for Xbox, though, I think it almost has to be something more than just exclusives. Like they almost have to come out with a certain fire or a certain selling point that PlayStation hasn't incorporated yet. I don't know, because they're not. The exclusives are one thing, but it's just not enough. I'd rather play on the PlayStation. Like, that's my ecosystem right there.
But why do you like playing on PlayStation? Is it because of their exclusives?
Well, and the exclusive, yes, but the Japanese market in general, like Xbox has none of that. Like, you can't play Yakuza or, Persona or any of those types of games. And that's where the exclusives come into play for me. It's not just like these other AAA like quality experiences. So, I guess it just depends. I'm just wondering if there's anything with the system, like with PSVR, that they're going to try to highlight.
I feel like they should implement VR maybe in the next one. Not even make their own VR, but just like, by the way, it's powerful enough to run an Oculus Rift, HTC Vive, stuff like that. I think that'd be awesome, but it's not. That wouldn't be a selling point for me. Exclusives for me are always a big selling point, I think.
Yeah,
and especially from Western developers, which is, Xbox is nothing in Japan. You ask anyone in Japan what Xbox is, and they'll be like, what? What are you talking about?
What is an Xbox?
What is this Xbox you speak of, white person? But then comes the matter of Obsidian. It's all about utilizing these developers that they're buying and or creating. Like, you have a big RPG developer like Obsidian. If you don't know, if you're listening, you don't know what they made. Let's see, KOTOR 2. I mean, not that big of a deal, but Fallout New Vegas.
Yeah.
Huge freaking deal. Oh, even bigger deal than that. South Park: The Stick of Truth. I could go on, but
man.
So they've definitely proven themselves to be competent RPG developers. So, got two syllables for you. Fable.
Yeah. True.
Give them Fable, or give them a new RPG IP.
I just wish there were more common with both systems. Like you said, the exclusives are a big thing, but I don't like to play on Xbox as much as PlayStation. So it sort of worries me that they're, buying certain game developers. I mean, if they have the money, then they might as well, because they need it.
Because Microsoft,
they're in a race.
They're run out of money.
That's the thing. They're trying to compete with PlayStation, and just buying up other studios is the way to go, it seems like. So, but like I said, I don't like it. I wish there was more commonplace between the both ecosystems.
Well, there's a lot of commonplace, though. Like, the only thing right now I feel between Xbox One and PS4 is that Xbox One does not have like the great exclusives that the PS4 does. Architecturally, they're very similar systems. I mean, if you strongly prefer one controller over the other, that's a whole different argument altogether. Hashtag DualShock 4 best controller. Don't fight me on that.
I agree. I
don't understand why people think Xbox controller is better. I've been using it lately when I was replaying Red Dead 1. It is a good controller, but I still feel like the DualShock 4 is better. Like,
it just fits better. It just the offsetting sticks don't work for me, and I don't like the clickiness of the triggers. Like, I know that's a big thing for most people, but it just doesn't work for me.
Yeah, two PS4 fans talking about Xbox. That probably doesn't bode well to our viewers, right?
Right. Exactly. I guess what would what they could do to sell us on the system, and I'm just saying it would probably take more than just exclusives, but.
What would it take for you, really?
It'd take like just new gameplay experiences, I guess. I'm looking for something that's really a jump to the next gen, I don't know what that would entail. Like I said, they have people in higher places that would take it to the next level.
So basically, you want something that you don't know you want. You want them to create something. Right. Yeah, okay, I see what you mean.
The Switch is similar. I wish it was more powerful, but the concept behind the Switch is something I love, and that was something I didn't think I wanted, but man, now that I have it, it's just like, man, this is perfect. Perfect second system to whatever I have, you know?
That's always for sure. Man, it's been a while since I really played my Switch, just because every other system, just because Spider-Man, Tomb Raider, Assassin's Creed, you know?
Yeah, it's hard.
I'll be back on the Switch with Starlink, boys. So
there you go. There you go.
Exactly. And I'll probably buy, what was it? The Messenger? Kidding, Sean Capri. Kidding. You guys were trashing Xbox. Well, we weren't trashing Xbox. We're trashing their controller. It's different.
Just the controller. I host a show called Indie Nation, and I play so many indie titles on the Switch that it's just the perfect console for me for indies. So, and that's like what I love to play the most right now. That's just what I'm having the most time for, and so.
Absolutely. But what's funny, we were talking about controllers. I used to talk so much crap about the Xbox controller, and now it's like, but I love the Switch Pro controller, which is kind of like an Xbox controller a lot.
See, I don't even like the Switch Pro controller.
At least you're consistent. I'm not.
The 8-bit DOE controller, Super NES one for the Switch that you can get though is dope, man. It's good stuff. Yeah.
Yes, Sean, the controller you're holding right now. Yeah, but right now the PS4 Pro is like, that's going to stop me from really getting Xbox games that aren't exclusive. I think right now what's on my agenda for Xbox One right now are I still need to pick up Cuphead, but I played that game last night at a friend's house.
That's the one game you need to play on Xbox.
That's so fucking hard.
Oh, come on, get good.
Get good, man. Get good.
Yes.
But and then Ori and the Will of the Wisps. Love the.
Still need to play that.
It's so good. Oh my god. Not Will of the Wisps. I haven't played that, but Ori and the Blind Forest.
Yeah.
It's a masterpiece. My god. And Gears 5. I like Gears. I enjoy Gears games. They're fun third-person cover-based shooters.
Yeah,
they're designed so well. Gears 4 felt like it had something missing in it. I feel like it didn't have that whole grand scale war setting like the first 3 did. So hopefully Gears 5 kind of gives me what I want. And I'm loving what I'm seeing of Halo Infinite. All we saw was that teaser trailer showing the engine, but I am a huge fan of graphics porn, not graphic porn. No.
Exposed. Joey, what are you doing?
Oh my god, it's like when newscasters try to get you to say things so they can edit out the words. Oh, you're trying to get me to say.
I have not played Gears of War or Halo since both their second incarnations.
Damn, man. Gears 3 was amazing, though.
Yeah.
I
don't know. Yeah. They don't speak to me, man. That's the thing.
They don't speak to you. Sean could be clipped. Oh, no. Scared.
How could you?
God damn it. Okay. But yeah, those are mainly the big things I'm excited for. Halo Infinite is just like, but man, I'm worried right now because I want to play Halo Infinite 4K HDR, but my Xbox One S only does HDR. So do I have to get it on the PC too? What's going on, guys? But yeah, but
that's a whole other issue there.
But if the xCloud turns out to be great, maybe. But right now, I'm not for cloud gaming. It's something that it's not working as well as it should right now. Though I've heard good things about currently Google's cloud streaming service that I heard was good from our friend Spawnwave. I don't know. I need to check up on that video. There is potential in cloud gaming, but it should never, ever replace physical and or downloaded games. It should always be an option.
We need the options. Give us the options at least.
Yeah, exactly. If your only option is playing a game from a server that could shut down at any minute, and then all of a sudden when it shuts down or explodes or whatever, the apocalypse happens, and then it's just all your game data is gone forever. Which is also why I prefer physical over digital, because I just like to have it physically there in front of my face. at all times.
Amen, brother.
Amen. Indeed.
Goal master race.
Yes. So that's all fun and good. Xbox, we wish you the best of luck next generation. We also wish Sony the best of luck next generation. Let's just hope their ego doesn't get ahead of themselves and they do another PS3 type situation.
Yeah, it's not looking too good, to be honest. But.
Yeah, if you're hearing that from the biggest PlayStation fan on this podcast right now, you know.
Yeah. I know when they're doing wrong. So exactly. Name change is a good thing, though. I think that's a step in listening to the fans. Finally,
name changes and finally doing crossplay. Like,
I know Sean Capri has to be excited about the name change for one.
What's his name?
Oh, you'll have to ask him. I forget what it is, but I don't think it was something.
That's something flattering, probably.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, right now I'm trying to go on the interwebs. There we go. To really catch up on the news, because I really only wanted to really think about the Xbox stuff.
Oh, someone else joined.
Someone else is there. He is. Christ,
me.
Alan.
I fell asleep. Good for me, huh?
Fucking Sean, your buddy Alan's here.
And he has a green screen.
That's me. Now I could always be permanently behind Jurassic Park 3 moments when I need to.
Alan.
Yeah.
But yeah, Sean Capri's in the chat right now, and he was legitimately upset that you weren't here when we started.
Hi, Sean. Thank you for coming.
Yay, Alan is here, he says. But let's play a little bit of quick catch up. We only discussed 2 different topics so far. PSN name change. How do you feel, Alan?
I like that. I said it on Twitter recently. I'm glad I could finally get rid of the XXX underscore kind of names.
XXX underscore. I'm so glad I never fell into that trap. Oh, I was gonna say I was an idiot back in the day. Thankfully I was an idiot on my Xbox 360 and not my PS3 when I got that a few years later. My PS3 name was just Ferris Wheel Pro, right when it started.
I'm gonna make a guess. Was your Xbox name something like Slappo Duty?
It still is, actually.
Slappo Duty.
It's because my old YouTube name was Slap Happy Grandpappy, and I wanted to just fall into that. And I also played a lot of Call of Duty back then. But, I never bothered to change my Xbox gamer tag. Don't know why, but I might if I buy Xbox Live again, which I don't currently have because I don't want to pay for 2 different internets, if you know what I mean. But my first Xbox name was Back with Vengeance, but it did not fit into the allotted space. So it was spelled super differently and stupidly to where nobody could even tell what the hell it was.
Was it like OLOTO or something?
It was Back with Vegans, yes. I'm back with my vegans. Let's go, boy.
With my bros.
My non-meat eating bros. But yes, that's a good news. But there's catches. There's like, if you're trying to play some older games, it's probably not going to work. But that's what the PlayStation Preview program, I think that's what it's called, is meant for, to test that stuff out. And
I love the tweet that they left, that they put it on too. They're like, fine, we'll do it. Like, it sounded super condescending. They're all like, fine, just shut up, John, or something.
Honestly, but man, that ruins the whole press conference announcement, though, where where we all dreamed it would display a name, a really stupid name, and then it would delete, and then it would be a more reasonable name, and then PlayStation name change is confirmed, reaction videos all up on YouTube, all that stuff, all that good stuff. Yes,
more Jared's wrath for us.
And we were also talking a lot about Xbox just now and how they're really setting themselves up next generation to make up for what they lost to this generation thanks to a certain Don Matrick. What the hell, man? But not even just Don Matrick. It was just the fact that their exclusive game this generation just wasn't up to par like last year's was. So, like, they're buying all these studios. They're currently up to buying Obsidian, which has been reported, and that's like a huge purchase because it's Obsidian, the creators of Fallout New Vegas, and most importantly, South Park: The Stick of Truth. Make them make a Fable game, or better yet, a new open world, open scale, completely new Cyberpunk 2077 like RPG. Yeah. And I was saying how I'm I'm mostly excited for Xbox next generation because we don't know what the hell PlayStation's cooking up right now. They're very close to their chests on that matter.
Stranding will come out in 10 years, so
what was that?
We can look forward. That Stranding will come out in 10 years, so we can look forward to that.
Exactly.
I'm happy to be bald and 33 when it comes out. I'm really excited for that.
I hope I'm not bald by 33.
Oh my! Keep my hair.
Just keep it. Don't even cut it, just in case.
In a jar. Give me a jar with a Sharpie. You'll be like ready for Death Stranding.
Sean Capri over here saying, "Finally, I can change my name to Lit Dick Fam 2K18." Excellent.
There we go. I love it.
Amazing. Yeah, his current gamer tag is probably like super
awesome song.
Awesome
69.
song. 69. I was thinking something sensible like Back with a Vengeance.
Okay, so back to like the Xbox exclusives and that little talk. I don't know if Xbox has really anything super large and saying we already kind of heard a lot of what they're doing, unless they're doing like brand new IPs, which in hindsight has done a lot better since like the older kind of like, okay, we're just gonna launch this brand new one and hope for the best, and then we get another Alan Wake American Nightmare.
Oh, you know, I would love anything Alan Wake at this point.
But like, I feel like so far, so what we know, we have Halo, and then on PlayStation side we have like Last of Us, we have Death Stranding. We have
that amazing zombie game, Days Gone.
And
amazing either. That's a wait and see. Ghost of Tsushima.
I really think that what they're trying to do is set up, like they've been known for their online experiences more. I think what they're trying to do with buying these new studios is trying to tap into that more. I don't know how many actual single player games they're focusing on. I think they're going for more of the multiplayer experiences because they know that's what can bring people in. That's just where I'm going with it. But
so far, the only thing I've heard stand out from Xbox has been the Forza game, and I heard a lot of people from various circles say that's a pretty good game for online.
I've heard a lot of good things about Forza Horizon 4.
And then I heard Skyrim Online, or not Skyrim, Elder Scrolls Online is doing very well on the Xbox.
That's good to hear. Yeah, and then there's xCloud, which is a thing that's happening.
Oh, then you got to remember xCloud and Game Pass and all that.
Yeah, Game Pass, Play Anywhere. It's like there's so much going on.
They're making so many good decisions right now. That's why they're on the upswing and why you should feel the most excited about them, because we haven't heard anything from PlayStation other than other exclusives. So
yeah, I feel like PlayStation's gonna just be same old until, not like there's anything wrong with same old. Just
it's worked.
Well, I mean, it could go another route though. We could get Super Dodgeball on the PS.
We could get the Tetris effect on Xbox.
I'd rather get Tetris effect than whatever.
Oh man, I want that in VR,
VR, my dude.
VR.
I'm so excited for Tetris Effect, and I'm so excited for Borderlands 2.
That was a great announcement. Like, I played that game so much. I even beat it on the Vita, and now to play it in VR.
Oh my gosh! I found the Legendary Edition strategy guide today at the thrift store for $1. So I'm just like, now I'm studied up, and I'm studying up again.
Oh man, Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them was $20 on 4K today. So I picked that shit up, and it comes with an $8 voucher for the next movie. So I'm like,
underrated movie right there.
Underrated?
Harry Potter, man. Yeah, a lot of people didn't like it from what I heard.
Fantastic Beasts. Yeah. When I first watched it, I felt kind of like something was missing there. But now I'm just like, oh wait, I am a irrational Harry Potter fan who Blasphemy likes the first two movies a lot, which are apparently the worst ones. Fuck off. No, go to bed.
Hot take though, Joey. Hot take though. What's your least favorite Harry Potter film?
Half-Blood Prince.
Oh,
that shit.
Which one's that?
Oh, that hurts. That's the 6th one.
The boring one. The fucking. Oh my God.
Cut the feed. We're done. Nuke the Fridge is disbanding after this decision.
Oh my God. Half-Blood Prince.
Is that the one with the awesome wand battle at the end? Which one's that?
No, that
was an epic wand battle.
I think
it's 5. Yeah, I think it's 5.
That was
I was like, man. Oh yeah,
was it though? Because I remember 4 was the one where like Voldemort comes in and they do that one battle where like his parents come in.
Okay, the 4th one was where his parents came in and told him to let go. The 5th one was when Dumbledore and Voldemort went Jedi fucking power
That's
battles.
what it was. That was really
that
cool.
was so awesome.
Yes, it was so good.
I was all in after that.
Half-Blood Prince, not a lot happened in it. It was a lot of talky.
It was more of a setup to the last one. Yeah, I could see that. It felt like more of a Netflix special rather than a full-length feature film.
Exactly. Deathly Hallows Part 1 was also lacking in some
But it was a really good movie because after the 5th one, they changed the tone. So like the 6th one was more or less kind of just a setup to 7, but in a really dark way. Like, hey, this is what you're getting used to.
Mm-hmm.
And we got a really good Snape scene at the end. That's about it.
Hey, boys, while we're on the topic of Harry Potter...
Oh, good. What did you think of
Can we talk about that amazing fucking game?
So we talked about this last week, and all of us basically collectively lost our stuff. So I'm glad I get to talk to you guys about it. What do you guys think about it?
We have Joey orgasm over in the corner.
Understand. I was browsing Twitter late at night at 11 p.m. when that thing leaked. My friend SpawnWave posted that YouTube video, or the article leading to that YouTube video, and I was like, I was actually just thinking about how cool a Harry Potter game would be, but like a good one, not video game tie-in movies. But there was a couple of good Harry Potter video game tie-ins. I really like Chamber of Secrets on GameCube, and some people liked some parts of Harry Potter 5 on the Xbox or something, But I was thinking, like, okay, a really cool story-based Harry Potter game set in, like, the universe of Fantastic Beasts or something would be awesome. And then we get this leak that is, it can't be fake at all. If it is fake, they spent way too much time on it.
That's an incredible leak.
Exactly.
If it's a fake, then man, they pulled an artsy Omni times 10.
Exactly. And then, oh hey, here's the game that basically every single fucking Harry Potter fan has been asking for. You create your own wizard character. It's set in Hogwarts. It's basically an RPG set in Hogwarts in the Harry Potter.
I think it's supposed to be an MMO from a lot of people talking about it. I remember we brought up an article that apparently had like some sort of a synopsis with it as well.
Oh yeah, there was a synopsis, wasn't it? It had like, it's set in the 19th century, so it's way before any of this, way before any of the Fantastic Beasts or Harry Potter books, films. Right. It's separate, completely separate from that, which I think is a smart move, because I think what people like most about Harry Potter is the world that it's set in. At least in my opinion. Like, yeah,
it's a whimsical world, and I love that like so much.
Such a whimsical world, fully realized with incredible backstory, thanks to Miss J.K. Rowling herself, with Pottermore, all these other spin-off novels.
Oh, I got it right here. So this is what the description reads. Set in the 19th century wizarding world, this third-person open-world action RPG game centers around your character with unique abilities who has earned a late acceptance to Hogwarts School of Witchcraft and Wizardry. You're a newly arrived fifth-year student to Hogwarts that demonstrates a latent gift for magic with a unique ability to track and identify remnants of a potent, sick, ancient power. Mm-hmm. And then there's more stuff. Upon arrival, strange events happens, blah, 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 blah.
It doesn't seem like an MMO to me. If it is an MMO, it's a loose one like Destiny.
It seems like it's more like Bowly. And it's not the same type of...
That's what they said the last podcast. That is what Chris in the group said last time as well.
It's more like what?
I want it to be more like that Rockstar Bully. Not and like going to school, Hogwarts, and just going to your classes, having mini games,
and shoving nerds in lockers.
Yeah, there you go. With magic.
There's also little experience things. It says, journey to Hogwarts to become one of 8 different wizard types. Experience Hogwarts, make new friends, uncover new secrets, change the fate of the wizarding world, freely explore the wizarding world for the first time, choose your house and friends at Hogwarts, and decide to pursue a path of good or evil. I like that. I've missed Shadow the Hedgehog on GameCube.
You're the worst. But what I was thinking is, seeing this, I didn't see all the leaked footage. I stopped halfway through with tears in my eyes, like I need to save it for the real trailer comes out. Oh my god! And now you can't watch it anywhere. It's been taken. I'm sure if you look hard enough, it's you can find it again. But Warner Bros.
It's fairly easy.
Yeah, Warner Bros. Went on a fucking spree of trying to just erase everything about it. And at this point, I'm just like, Warner Brothers, just show the trailer. Come on. Yeah. Honestly, like this thing could be revealed at what was it, XO 2018, Xbox's little event, or the Game Awards. I want to see it sooner than later. This game looks like it's late in development. It looks well late in development too, so we could probably see this thing next year. Who knows? But it's pretty crazy how we could be getting what we wanted. You know?
Did they have any rumors on what studio is taking?
Avalanche Software, not Avalanche Studios, the creators of Just Cause. Avalanche Software, the creators of the Disney Infinity games.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah,
that could work. Yeah,
it could work. Honestly, I played a bit of the Disney Infinity games. They're pretty fun.
They're solid. They were fun.
Yeah, as I said, I can't say they're really amazing, but at the same time, they do know how to handle a big game series. Like, you know what I mean? Like how I'm able to maintain a game that needs to be updated constantly.
Yeah, and Josh, you mentioned Bully. We got a story for you, friend.
Oh, I love my bullies.
There's a report going around that Rockstar is casting for Bully 2.
Yes. I've been waiting for this, man.
It's interesting. So we're in a world right now where in 2 weeks, basically, less than that, wow, Red Dead Redemption 2 is coming out. Everyone's calling it literal game changer, game of the year, game of the century. Like this is going to redefine what you know about open world games and whatnot. So it's like if Rockstar is going to keep going up, but then it's like here comes Bully 2, and it's probably, unless it's going to be a freaking as ambitious as something like Red Dead Redemption 2, it could just be, you know, might as well let's just relax a little bit, guys. We don't need to come out with game of the year every time we make a game. Let's just go back to
something fun.
Yeah, we can have something fun, you know, pick on kids and shit. Let's go back to Bully. Let's just do that.
The Bully was nice though, because you were actually helping kids. You weren't really the bully in all aspects.
You were bullying the bullies.
You're right.
I only played a little bit of Bully. I didn't play the whole thing, but it's backwards compatible, so I guess I'll have to.
The game's very underrated, you know? Like when it comes to looking at a lot of Rockstar's previous titles, this is probably I would say one of the most underrated titles that they have under the behind the Grand Theft Auto series. It's kind of just in the shadow.
What did Rockstar make? They made a tennis game. Did they? A ping pong game?
Yeah. Oh, that's right.
They did. They man.
They can do it all.
Wide range. They could do everything.
Take-Two made a lot of games. Like if you go back and look at Nintendo 64, they made Space Station Silicon Valley, and that one was originally kids' version of Grand Theft Auto, where you're just a bug that takes control of robotic animals. So early Grand Theft Auto mechanics, I don't know. Who's to say?
Who's to say? This is just a theory. A game theory. Okay, let's move on to actually, no, I still want to talk about Bully. Let's move on to not game theory and back to Bully, guys. I would love it if Rockstar, who's to say? Rockstar's got to be a huge company at this point. They make so much money on GTA 5 today still, and they've always been like top tier when it comes to game development. One of the best, way up there. They never show up to E3 because it's like, guys, people are going to buy our games anyway. Why do we need E3? Come on. So there's all that stuff, but it's just like, I would love it if, you know, they didn't come out with games every 10 years or every 5 years. I keep thinking GTA 5 was so long ago. It was 5 years ago, which is still a long time to wait for a game. And Rockstar used to come out with games like every year up until GTA 5. Like they had LA Noire in 2011, I think. Yeah, it was 2011.
Around that time.
Or it was 2010. I forget. It was one of those times. And then between that, they had Max Payne 3 and covering all different genres. And most of these are not developed by Rockstar. They're published by them. The same difference, but not same difference, big difference. But then GTA 5 came out. There's nothing until Red Dead 2, which is because they were making so much off of GTA Online, which is also why they did not do those goddamn, what was it, episodes from Los Santos expansions that we knew were going to come. But no, they're just like, no, let's make more GTA Online expansions and milk the people dry.
No one really talks about how amazingly, like, one, partly it's broken. I'm just going to say it right off the bat. But wow, like, games like that, especially for a console online game, to have that long of a support and still have that big of like a player base still to this day, even like, is it 5 years later?
Unheard of. Yeah.
It's crazy for console. So I feel like it blazed trails, and I feel like it's kind of like the precursor to like other games like Elder Scrolls Online, the upcoming Fallout 76. It's kind of like, wow, it's kind of crazy that this thing was doing it on the Xbox 360.
Well, you see, to be quite fair though, a year later they came out on the newer consoles and
it's
PC.
Very true. And you got first person, and you get first person cowboy.
First person cowboy. You can play the whole game in first person. Yes.
That's the thing now, and it's actually fun. So it actually works.
Horse physics.
Horse testicle physics. Real-time weather. Oh man. So I found out, like, you know how when you hold your ear up against light and it's like kind of translucent? Kind of. They do that in Red Dead also. It's just like you didn't have to, but you did. You did.
It's the details.
It's these fine details coming to life in this realistic world. Yeah, the previews I've been hearing about Red Dead Redemption 2 are just like insane. Like it feels like words can't describe just the revolutionary this game will be. And you know, maybe the expectations are too high and this game's not going to live up to it. But you know, at the same time, it's Rockstar.
It's got a 99.7% chance of succeeding.
Right.
Exactly. But all it takes is that 2.3% chance, Alan. Watch Red Dead Redemption 2. Worst game of 2018.
Oh, that's not...
Calling it now.
That's the Stone Cold lock right there.
That's so lucky.
You have to remember, Grand Theft Auto 5 did start off rocky with the online portion.
It started off Rocky Star.
Yeah, it was so garbage that they gave me like, I forgot, it was like $5 million just right off the back. Like, sorry for you to deal with this garbage. Here's $5 million. Just shut up. Just don't email us.
They're not susceptible to failure, so
that's for sure. Right. No, nobody's susceptible to failure. Whatever that word was. I'm sorry, I'm 12. But any other bit of news to cover? Because I did not prepare this.
It's been a slow Nintendo week. Okay, let's just talk about that. Like, the only real thing that I've seen is them releasing the NES Classics 3 games for this month, and apparently the first video that they uploaded got around 6,000 to 7,000 dislikes. The video got taken down, re-uploaded the next day, and it's currently at around, last time I checked, past 8,000 dislikes. It got even worse.
Yeah, you know what doesn't help is that you know, I think the big problem is that Japan.
Hot take.
What?
Hot take.
I think the big problem is Japan. It's China. I'm just kidding. It's Japan because apparently this. Because if you look at the Japanese trailer for these same videos, it's opposite. The likes are way more than dislikes. Because
I think it depends on the markets. That's the thing.
The Japanese market loves this. The Japanese market doesn't care about the flaws because
it's a completely different culture in that kind of in Japan. And that's what I really appreciate because you get to see things that you don't usually see here, like the Xbox is failing over there, or you know what I mean. Like I remember when that first dropped in Japan, people would take pictures of just the entire full stock of systems. They're like, it's been 3 months since the Xbox was sold out. I marked this one with a red marker. It's still there. You know?
Rubbing it in their face.
It's that kind of thing. And then like over here, we're getting really mad because we're getting a game that we've seen on the marketplace over 20 different times, like coming into the system while we're also paying for really seemingly nothing in advance for it. It's like, okay, so you're giving us online, but we're getting Super Dodgeball, we're getting Solomon's Key, and we're getting Mario Golf. And it's like, I could see to us, it's a really big pain. But in Japan, I could see why it's like, okay, this system is already, like 60% of homes already have this system. Has the Switch.
That's crazy. I mean, man, oh man.
We've come a long way as a society.
We've come a long way as a society. We're playing our games on our toilets. What the fuck?
It's amazing.
Playing our NES games on the toilet.
We're playing that first-person shooters on the toilet. What?
I can play Dark Souls on the toilet. Yes.
I mean you weren't trying that hard if you've just figured that out now. I'm just kidding.
If it doesn't get delayed again.
It is as of recording and broadcasting this, we are T-minus 6 days away from Dark Souls Remastered's release on the Switch. So that's plenty of time to delay it again. I really don't care about that. Yeah, I really don't care about that game anymore.
I want it to be good, but I know I'm getting Starlink.
I just put down my pre-order for the Star Fox starter pack of Starlink.
Congrats.
The Star Fox starter pack of Starlink.
You know what's going to be fascinating? How many people actually buy Starlink on Switch versus all the other consoles?
That's a good point.
I wonder what the discrepancy is going to be.
What was it? The game that came out recently, Wander Song. It was an independent game. Apparently, the game is like, I forgot what it was specifically, but it was something like it was triple the sales on the Switch compared to the Steam version.
Right.
Yeah. Like just being on the Switch automatically.
Indies thrive on the Switch.
I think as long as you have a specific personality and people like get a hold of it, because Wander Song's that one where you have to like, it's that person singing with like the different vocal ranges tones, with like control. Really cute, really nice game. And I feel like a lot of people, when they saw that trailer on like the Nindies Direct, they saw it and went, okay, this is a Switch title. This is a Nintendo type of thing I want to see. Because we've seen a lot of those flop like really bad on the Switch sometimes.
We have, haven't we? Did you know? Then you got Oceanhorn, the monster, what is it? The Zelda ripoff, quote unquote. I don't want to just unabashedly call it a Zelda ripoff. It takes a lot of inspiration from Zelda. Sold most on Switch than any other system combined.
It came out later too.
Yeah, that's crazy. And you know, man, Starlink is going to succeed the most on Switch, guaranteed.
Yeah, that's a guarantee.
It's because of a combination of things. For one, of course, the Star Fox characters being the big one. But another thing is, Switch is not getting Call of Duty. The Switch is not getting Red Dead. Do the math.
Yeah.
Do the math. Alan's still doing the math. He's trying to figure it out.
I was never good at math.
Yeah, so I think that's going to be hugely beneficial for the Switch as well. It's the reason other than the fact that I have a YouTube channel where I talk about Nintendo stuff, I am buying Starlink if I don't get that review copy I asked for. So here's hoping that...
It's good though, man. I'm excited to see it because I've been debating... Well, one, I'm broke. Two, I'd rather do other things and get it, but just in case, because I'm going to be going to Los Angeles next week around Thursday, and I know the game comes out, I believe, on Tuesday this year?
It comes out on Tuesday, yeah.
Yeah, it's a Tuesday, like
Tuesday
a normal...
this week.
Yeah, of this year, of this decade, of this century, we get to play another Star Fox game from the people of Assassin's Creed. What a world we live in.
What a world, indeed. And I want this game to be good, because... I want Ubisoft Toronto to make a good Star Fox game.
Oh, I'm sure. I guarantee you, like with the response that they got at E3, it's already in like the motions. I feel.
Yeah,
I feel like it's gotta be like because what was it? They worked on Starlink. They said that their Starlink collaboration started like the day of the E3 presentation after the big mood that they got.
Yeah, they Man, when that game was announced last year at last year's E3, everyone was pretty whelmed by it. They were just like, "Okay, looks cool. It's a space shooter."
It wasn't even just it was a space shooter. It was just like how big and how quickly Nintendo fans latched onto Ubisoft as a really nice third-party site because, like, what was it? Wow, I can't believe we went nuts for Raving Rabbids. Or not even Raving Rabbids. It was, what was it? Rabbids.
Mario Rabbids Kingdom Battle.
Mario Rabbids Kingdom Battle. People went nuts for that. And I remember we were right over there next to the EA Play or whatever, just watching it. And I was blown away. That game looked great. And it was good. They did a good job.
And then Nintendo, that day the trailer was announced, I think that's when Nintendo said, "We're going to put our character in your game, guys.
We need more furries. Ubisoft, will you provide us with that service?" And then they went, "Say no more.
Say no more, fam."
And they give you more rabbits.
And
Star Fox Rabbit Assault.
And Star Fox... It's not like these are just Star Fox skins. It's not like they're just characters for the sake of being characters. They're adding story. They're adding amazingly animated CGI cutscenes.
It's the Star Fox game we deserve.
Exactly. Like, still, who's to say how much Star Fox is going to be involved in the actual story, how long that story is going to be? But coming from the trailers, it looks pretty substantial. The wolf cutscene, all these amazing.
The wolf cutscene. If you haven't seen it yet on this channel, if anybody listening, I did a reaction on it. That was probably one of my favorite reactions I've had, because it was such a subtle little extra on there that they didn't even need to have, but they're just like, I know you guys want to see wolf. Here you go, and I just loved it. But the thing is, I'm wondering is if I'm gonna love it on a level of this is a solid game with a Star Fox skin, or is this a solid game that's worthy of the Star Fox IP? Now, granted, Nintendo obviously gave their blessing to it, so obviously it's got something going for it. I'm wondering, me personally, I'm really wondering how the controls are going to feel. Are they going to be tight? Are they going to be loose? Are they going to be fluid? Are they going to be really like floaty? I'm really not concerned, but I have these questions on my mind.
I'm concerned about too. We'll find that out in a few days.
Because I really don't care if it's nothing like Star Fox 64, as long as the game controls feel right. That's what I think about Star Fox 64. When I think of Star Fox 64, I think that is the most perfect input, like controller input I've ever played, because you know exactly where everything is, and it's so easy to learn. So if it's going to be like like if I'm going to be having to put inputs like I'm inputting Street Fighter or something, then I'm going to be a little disappointed.
From what I can tell, from what I've seen of it, it looks like it's going to keep with the spin thing where you can deflect bullets and have the same power-ups, but only that it's open world. So like you said, you go into the ground mode or whatever, and then you fly up into the atmosphere, and
I'm interested.
That's what
it's No Man's Sky with 7 planets and leave your ship.
And Star Fox characters.
Yeah, and Star Fox characters.
No Man's Fox.
No Man's Fox. No Fox's Sky. So, there's a video on our YouTube channel all about Kyle's impressions on Starlink. So, what the hell, guys? Why didn't you watch that video if you want your questions answered?
Hello.
Not even that. Go watch it. Our resident Star Fox boy, Kyle, got to play Starlink Battle for Atlas, and he liked it. He really liked it. He did not stop talking about it the entire week.
Yes, he loved that, and he loved Skull and Bones, too, so I'm happy for him there. But, yes, I think now's the time we wrap up this podcast. It is 9:34 p.m. PST. In Sacramento, California.
12:30 here in the great state of Ohio.
You need to go the fuck
great.
to sleep. The great state of Ohio. I mean, you could also choose to move to California.
Our temperature dropped about 30 degrees. Yeah.
I mean, you could just come move to Sacramento, where you could pay for a house that's smaller for more.
I could live in a tent. I could live in a tent there. They have good tent villages, I hear.
Yes, oh yeah, you just go to Big Five. You get a double decker behind the Big Five, and you can stay there as long as they don't raise the rent for that parking spot.
Say right in Sacramento Kings Stadium there. That would be.
Dude, they got so many metal detectors there. Good luck.
Yeah,
I'm just glad we're not San Francisco.
That's very true.
Yeah.
Go out and vote, guys. So your area doesn't become San Francisco. Who knows?
Exactly.
You don't want to be paying $1,400
for one bedroom,
for a closet,
for a closet. Exactly. Such bullshit. All right,
with your local government.
Thank you guys so much for watching us live or later on, which most of you probably do anyway. But for the one person tuning in right now, thank you for tuning in. We appreciate it. But yes, who's commenting right now on Nuclear Fridge Gaming? Is that Chris? It's all about LA? It's Chris. So yeah, look at old Chris over here in his SoCal area. You know what? At least we don't pay an arm and a leg for our houses.
Joey, where can we find you?
You can find me in the darkest pit of hell. You can also find me on various YouTube channels, such as this one, Nuke the Fridge Gaming, Ferris Wheel Productions, and Commonwealth Realm. Hopefully, I'm going to come out with a video this month on Ferris Wheel Productions talking about Red Dead Redemption in anticipation for Red Dead Redemption.
We should do a Halloween collab. I would love that.
No.
We need somebody to do a Halloween special now that John doesn't do it.
John doesn't do it. I wanted to do one on Luigi's Mansion, but I don't have time.
Well,
I don't
one last thing. So you were mentioning the other day you are now a guest at a convention this upcoming month or two, right?
Yeah, I'm going to be at the Sat Gamers Expo guest starring as for Commonwealth Realm and Nuke the Fridge. The Nuke the Fridge part, Chris Modica, the owner, totally added in the picture.
I'm kind of hurt about that because I live literally 5 minutes from you.
I live 1 minute away from the convention.
You are 1 minute, so by proxy, I am 4 minutes from the convention that they're going to be having. And
you're a 20-minute walk away from
Alan out, man. What's up with that?
But
what is up, man? You know
Alan,
me.
Here's the thing. I'm a 1 minute walk away. You're a 4-minute drive away. So.
Ooh, that hurt me right in the softest dark pit of my body. Josh, where can we find you?
Okay.
You can find me at -the_Brant on Twitter, Facebook, just my name. And then I host a podcast called Nindy Nation, where we cover all the great indie titles coming to the Switch, which there are many.
Thousands. Millions.
Yes. Millions and millions. Yes. So, yep.
Check it out. Alan,
all right.
Which dark pit of hell can we find you in?
You can find me everywhere at Alonzo Mega, but that's not important. Right now, I want to talk about this GoFundMe campaign that I've been
thank you guys so much for watching Game & Talk.
Fund this man. Get him out of this.
Oh my gosh, it's so insane. Like, I've been on a campaign like crazy right now, and it's been going successful. So I'm doing a campaign right now because I'm trying to get some drawings going on, trying to get a graphic tablet so I could start working on this comic that I have so I could publish it eventually with my name. But it's not going to go anywhere without your guys' support. So there's going to be a link somewhere in there. If not, GoFundMe/Alonzo Mega. And you get a free drawing for every $25. So I just want to plug that. I am so tired of linking it every 10 minutes on my Twitter.
Well, now you don't know. Now you know, man. All right, guys. Thank you so much for listening to the Game & Talk podcast. And we will see you next week. Bye.
See ya.